Tuseme hiyo ndio sababu.
Tuseme hiyo ni mimi nimechaguliwa kuwa chifu kwa kuelimisha Wamasai wapeleke watoto shule.
He was appointed to be a chief of this village or this community because the head of the community here too. Because he started educating the Maasai to take kids to school.
Wamasai walikuwa wanachundisha tu watoto awapeleke watoto shule.
So the Maasai were just only having kids, take their having many kids to help the labor as a source of labor. To be able to take the kids to school was not for them was not the reason. The reason is to get a source of manpower. That was the reason. Yeah.
Baada ya kuelimisha wanaume anasema hapana. Naenda kuchunga ng'ombe. Baba naye alikuwa chifu akasema uchague kura, tupige kura, anayesema watoto asiende shule na anasema watoto waende shule.
So when he came up with the idea of saying that the girls and boys should go to school, most of the men didn't like it. They said they're supposed to head our cows. They are just a source of labor, they should help heading cows. Then apart from that, so because he became a chief, he inherited, you know, they pass it from generation to generation. So he asked his father now, said we have to vote. So they called a community meeting. So men and women also decide whether they should agree to take the kids to school or they should leave them at the cows.
Kwa sababu wakina mama walikuwa wanapenda mambo ya shule sana, lakini wanaume hawataki.
So most of the women, they liked the kids to go to school, but most of the men did not like it. There is the other also reason behind it, remember?
Baada ya mimi kupita kuwa sasa si nimepata nguvu, nataka dume tukajenga shule inaitwa Aloyce.
So finally, because the women were many, they voted and he won, he became a chief. And when he became a chief, he asked each family they want a bull, one bull. And after that they sold those bulls and they started constructing a school. There's a primary school here called Aloyce.
That's cool.
Na kina mama wanisaidia sana kwa kuuza zile ushanga wakajengea choo cha watoto na choo cha walimu.
So the women also by selling the beads, they help to construct the toilet for the teachers and for the kids in school.
Walimu watoto kujitolea.
And they go to also volunteers, teachers who volunteered to start teaching, you know.
Kazi ngumu nimekuja kukutana naye. Kusema hamna kutahiri watoto wa kike.
So one of the challenge he came across, lakini wewe ulijuaje kwanza, wewe ulipataje hiyo elimu? Wewe kwa nini ukatai mambo ya kweli? Na wewe sasa kuna mahali umeanzia mpaka kupata kufunguka akili sio?
Mimi kuna semina nimeendaga ya serikali. Basi serikali akanifundisha kwamba machifu huko kijijini wasuwe watoto wasitahiriwe tena.
Because he attended the seminar, the government had a seminar. They called all the chiefs to start training them so they can go to the community and educate the people to stop female genital mutilation. So when he got that training, he came to the community. When he started educating, that's when the problem started. Then everybody was against him, almost all the men. They didn't like that.
Ndio kazi nimekutana naye ngumu. Wamama wa Maasai walikuwa wanatahiriwa.
I say he find that job to be hard because most of the Maasai women have been circumcised, you know. They have gone through circumcision.
Mila Maasai ndio ilivyokuwa tunasi tulivyozaliwa. Ndio walikuwa wanatahiri.
Because they said in the tradition, mila means our culture, our tradition. It was so ever since, you know, generation to generations.
Right.
Women had to be circumcised. But maybe let me ask him again, why were they being circumcised? Probably let us know. Sasa unajua
na sasa hivi
kwa nini? Ngoja kwanza. Kwa nini sasa walikuwa wanatahiri?
Ndio vizuri au
vizuri. Nataka vizuri.
Unajua Wamasai, huwezi kukuta Masai anatembea baa na kuenda kujiuzauza.
Mwanamke wa Kimasai,
wanawake wa Kimasai. Kwa sababu wamepunguza ile na ile wataka wanaume. Usemesema ni kwa
kweli.
Sasa wakawa wanasema tunatahiri, wasipotahiri wanawake watakuwa kwenda.
Ni sababu moja hapo. Kuna zingine nyingi tunazitaka. Ngoja nielezee kwanza. So I asked him question, really, why were you doing it? What do you think from generation to generation circumcision had to be applied? Because now he is helping to educate the community to stop women's circumcision. But what was the reason behind? He said in Maasai, they believe that when a woman is circumcised, you cannot find her in the local bar in the streets looking for men, looking for men or drinking, because they believe that when a woman is drinking, when she mixes with other people, she will have sexual desire, and then she can cheat on you, So that was one of the reasons of making them to be circumcised, so they don't have any feeling about men. Sababu nyingine,
sisi wa Maasai, wewe ukija sirika yangu na kuruhusu tu ulale ile nyumba, lakini unaweza kulala ile nyumba, unamuomba yule mama, lakini hana. Unaweza kumuomba miezi ngapi? Mitatu. Miezi ya tatu ndio atakuja kukubali kama utakuwa unamfuatilia.
Rafiki yako zinakuwa rafiki yako.
Na ukizaa mtoto hamna shida, mtoto ni kwangu. Bali beberu hapo umetolewa kwanza.
Actually, I saying, for example, if I have a friend who is my neighbor and is visiting me because I've got 3 wives, he will let one of his wives sleep with his friend. You see? He said sometimes she may not agree because she doesn't have any sexual desire. You see? But if you keep on pushing, she may agree because he has been allowed by his friend. You see? But if she conceives, the baby belongs to me, not yours. If she conceives on those days, when the baby is born with the look at the appearance, I think this belongs to the friend who slept here, who has been here. That's not a problem. It's not yours, it's mine. Because you slept with my wife, but the baby still is mine.
Okay.
Yeah. Sababu nyingine
Tuache hiyo.
ni muhimu sana ndio unauza kazi. Nataka kutahiri tu.
Kutahiri. Lakini sasa hivi baada ya mimi ya kusikia hii mambo ya serikali, kumbe kulikuwa wakina mama wanajifungua na damu nyingi kwenye watoto. Kwa sababu tumeonyesha kwenye TV serikalini, ndio maana nikaja nikasuia wasitahiri.
Sasa nasaidia. Kutahiri si upo kidogo, bado wanafanya kidogo hapa.
Sasa hivi sasa hivi wanaiba nikisikia, na kuna wamama sasa hivi wanakataza kabisa. Kuna mtoto atakuja hapa, yani yeye hataki tena hiyo kazi.
Yeah, actually, his training now is helping a lot because they're being educated more. All the kids in school, it has to be a subject in the classroom now. It's like when we had initial HIV. HIV was a taboo for the parents to talk about sexual issues with their girls or boys. It was a taboo. A father could not talk with his daughter or a mother with his son. But then we said we cannot live on taboos. You have to educate the community, otherwise everybody will perish. Because the kids are in schools, they're reaching their maturity, they will have their boyfriends, they will have sex. Or they will be sometimes attempted by even adults. Men with families, they just reduce them, they agree, they give them something to persuade them, finally they sleep with them with HIV. So we have to talk from the families. Then also the government came with a program of teaching teachers to educate kids in schools. But again, we had meetings to call everybody to come and listen and talk, avoid taboos, talk about that. So back to circumcision. Now all the Maasai communities in Tanzania now, we have to talk about circumcision. So they talk about it so that we can educate the community, to make sure that they are aware, and the kids, whoever tries to do it, the kids should report to the teachers, you see, so that it can help to change. So we hope in the future generations there's a good progress. Around this community here, they are doing it, but very secretly underground. I would say maybe we still have like 5% out of 95%. So there's a good progress, you see. I know we have some people, we have had issues, people who died here, passed away. A lady died because she was delivering the baby because of breeding, because circumcision causes a lot of that scar, and she just bred a lot and died and left the baby, you see. So the government has been pushing much on that, but it's helping a lot, you see. So we hope there's a progress for future. Wanawake nawataka hapa.
Yes, sir.
Utaondoka hapa sasa hivi.
Mwambie ngoja aulize swali. Hiyo niliyostopisha watoto kutahiriwa wao wanaonaje?
What do you think? Because he helped to stop that in the community. So what do you think? Do you have any question about that? Yes.
Have his daughters been circumcised?
Watoto wako hakika wametahiriwa?
No.
None?
Hapana.
Je, wake zako?
No, wametahiriwa.
Mbona mnaongea kwa unyonge?
Kwa sababu
I asked it. Maliza huko nyuma ilikuwa hamna namna.
Hiyo yuko hamna namna.
Uliwahi kulala mwanamke ambaye hajatahiriwa? Uliwahi kulala mwanamke ambaye hajatahiriwa? Umekula Waswahili.
Angalia hapa.
Yeah.
How usually they get circumcised?
It is between 12 years, 14 years, sometimes less.
So before they get married?
Before they get married.
After they start menstruating?
Yeah. Let me come back to your question, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, so what was your question?
His daughters. Oh, his daughters.
His daughters, yeah.
And do they start menstruating and after they menstruate they circumcise them? Like when they become sexually mature?
Ngoja, sikia. Watoto wako hawajatahiriwa, si ndio? Ino kizako ametahiriwa. Sasa mtoto anatahiriwa tena miaka ngapi?
Sasa hivi. Kipindi cha nyuma alikuwa anatahiriwa akiwa miaka 9, anajijua kabisa. Na sasa hivi hapana.
Actually, in the past was between 9, 7, you see, and the way it's done is worse, you know. So welcome with the family.
Wamefurahia kwenye boma.
Have you enjoyed this?
Yes.
Huyu Maasai. Huyu ni Maasai.
Oh, you were a good Maasai. You were jumping high.
Mwambie mimi nasema karibuni sana. Kama kuna maswali anataka kuniuliza, aniulize.
He says you're most welcome. If there's any question you want to ask him, karibu, you're welcome. Yeah. Do you have any question for him?
How old is he?
Kuna miaka mingapi?
Tuko sawa na huyu.
It's like
Amna. He says
Same age.
no.
81.
Mwambie 50.
He's 50.
I'm 70. Oh, you're 50.
He's 50.
he's 50.
Nice.
Are you 70?
70.
Sabini.
Mwambie nakaribia.
Still standing up.
Swali lingine?
Do you have a question, another question for him?
Well, the young men, where did they come from?
Are they neighbors
Hawa
too?
vijana hawa.
Ingine mwambie jirani na kuna wakwangu.
Yeah, there are neighbors.
Oh.
And others his sons. Yeah. and
Wale pale ni
friends.
wajukuu tu.
Kwako?
Wale ni wajukuu.
Those are his grandkids.
Oh, grandkids.
Now the girl is her daughter, is his daughter.
How many?
But the little ones, his grandkids. Yeah.
How many grandkids?
Unachukua ngapi sasa? Watano. Watano eh? There's 5.
5 grandchildren.
5 grandchildren.
That's good. Yeah, very good.
What was that dance meant to represent? Is that what they do for courting or something like that?
Yes, sherehe na kurukaruka ilikuwa inamaanisha nini?
Samani wa Maasai walikuwa wanaogopa wazungu. Sasa tunaimba umba kusema Mungu umeleta wazungu tushiriki kwa pamoja.
Okay. In the past, the Maasai were scared of the white people. In the past, yeah.
Oh.
So, but later, when things changed, now they became good friends. You know, they like you. Yeah, they love you, of course. So normally, when they jump, they say, "God bless us and thank you for bringing this guest."
Oh.
That's the meaning of the tradition. Yeah, meaning of the dance. Yeah.
Mimi namuuliza yule ana wake wangapi?
Huyu pili.
Huyu mwanaume.
He's asking you, Michael, how
Yes.
many wives do you have?
You got one?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Na huyu
And you? How many?
5.
He's a rich man.
na huyu
And you?
I just have one.
Yes.
na huyu
He's shaking his head.
6. Okay.
Mwambie huyu na yule wana hasara.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to give me a wife?
So it says you with one wife, you have a loss.
Right.
Big loss.
Akigombana na huyu mama ataenda kulala wapi?
You say when you quarrel with your wife, where will you sleep?
As the animal pet.
Dangerous.
With the goat.
Where will you sleep if you quarrel with your wife?
Oh, quarrel?
Yeah,
No,
if you
no.
quarrel.
On the couch.
Literally,
Atara with the coach.
No, no.
Mwambie huyu na huyu hawa ni wanaume kwa sababu
You see you with more than one wife, you are the man. Yeah.
akigombana kwa huyu anaenda kulala kwa yule. Akigombana kwa yule anaenda kulala kwa yule. Hamna kugombana.
Yeah, so it says when you quarrel with the first wife, you go sleep with another wife.
Uh-huh.
And you quarrel with the second wife, you go to the other wife. So that's way, and when you turn back, the first wife is now happy, no more quarrel.
That's a good system, I think.
You like it?
Yeah.
So get the don't sell out.
Nauliza tena kasi ya wanaume kule Marekani kazi yao ni nini?
Just in your country, what's the men's job? Because they have their jobs, and the other women's jobs here. Yeah, so in the US, what are the jobs for men?
Michael does the dishes. He washes the
Washes
dishes.
dishes.
No man.
I cook.
Wale wanaume hamna kuosha.
In
vyombo.
Maasai, that would never happen. Actually, that's not only in Maasai. Even in many tribes here, cooking, washing dishes, the men don't touch that.
Hapana.
Yeah.
I do it because I'm already assimilated in Western culture, and I'm changing. But sometimes when I wash the clothes, I wash my wife's clothes, mine, wash everything, clean up the house. Other people can hear murmuring, you know. What's wrong with you?
Kasi ya wanaume kwenda kuchunga, kujenga boma kama unaona boma pale. Kasi ya wanaume
Ndio.
kazi ngumu kazi ya wanaume. Lakini mambo ya kufagia mama, kupika mama, kuosha, kufua nguo mama, maji mama,
So everything goes to mama. Is telling me the
kukatika
jobs.
nyumba mama.
You can see how you say the men do hard jobs. Go herding cows, that's for the men. Preparing or protecting what their livestock, bringing those branches from the trees, that's men's job.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of the jobs, washing clothes, going for water, carrying the kids, cooking, plastering, everything, women.
Mama.
Yeah. And thatching. So women do a
Mama.
lot of things. in the Maasai.
Na mwanaume akikutana na simba huko, akikula ng'ombe, kasi yake kupambana na simba.
When a man meets maybe lions as he's herding cows, he must fight. He must fight and protect the cows against the lions.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mimi nimeua simba.
He says he killed a lioness.
Oh, you did?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
that's a scar.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So he was fighting. Sasa ng'ombe ulimwokoa?
The lioness.
Mimi
He killed the lion.
nilikuwa mchungani. Nilikuwa na mkuki na sime. Silikuwa namwambia sime hii ni ya kujili ya kulia nyama na kukatia bomu. Lakini sasa mimi nilikuwa niko machungani. Nachunga niko na mkuki yangu natembea. Nasikia ng'ombe.
Mweleze kidogo.
Wow.
He says he was one herding the cows, and he had his spear because when they go and hard, they go with a spear. He has a knife, and he could hear the cows.
Simba amekamata ng'ombe. Nikasikia ng'ombe analia. Kuna kitu imenipanda. Kasi mogote tena simba.
So suddenly he had one of his cows being attacked by a lioness.
Uh-huh.
So he had the courage, you know.
Yeah.
He became more brave that I didn't even get scared of that lioness again. So he went to attack that lioness.
Basi nikachukua mkuki. Nikachukua shuka. Nisungushia mkono.
Oh, yeah.
Nikaenda polepole kwa chini. Ile nimenyanyuka nikamchoma simba. Nikamchoma hapa. Mkuki kaje kapita huko. Simba hajajua mimi ndio nimemchoma. Anajua kwamba ng'ombe ndio angenipiga pembe. Na mimi nikalala chini.
So when they went, he did that one loading a cloth, then hold it there, his spear. Then he hit the lioness. the spear went from this side to the other side of the lioness. But the
Wow.
lioness didn't know that. He thought maybe it has been kicked by the cow. You see, after that, then he lied down. You see,
Baada ya kulala chini, simba yeye anapambana tu na ng'ombe.
yeah. So, but when he lied down, the lioness was still struggling with the cow, you know.
Nikachomoa simi. Nikaenda
Then he took out the knife.
ile nimenyanyuka, simba akanyuna, akanikimbilia. Nikamshindilia ndani ya mdomo.
Sime?
Mkono hii.
Ah.
Nikaweka ndani ya mdomo kabisa.
Okay, so when the lioness saw him, then he stopped attacking the cow. She came to him.
Yeah.
See, as she opened the mouth, then he put his hand in the mouth
Oh.
because he has a cloth. So
Naona
he put the hand in the mouth.
amenifunja hii hospitali nounga hii.
So then he was broken by the lioness. His arm, then later he went to hospital. He was sent to hospital too.
Lakini kitu ilinisaidia, nguo imejaa ndani ya mdomo.
He said what helped him is the cloth because it was covering the lioness's mouth. Because it went inside here.
Simba akaanguka.
Then the lioness fall down.
Na mimi nimechoka.
And he was also tired
Amenitoa hii kabisa.
because he got very badly injured this side. Yeah.
Kuna kijana akakimbia akaenda kaita kijana mwingine yuko kwenye jamaa moja alikuwa anachunga ng'ombe, akaja akachinja kondoo haraka. Akatoa ile ngozi ya ndani. Akanibandikisia maana inashika nguo. Inashika mwili. Alafu ikazuia ngozi ya kondoo. Alivyoshikishia akachukua shuka. Akanifunika, akanifunga. Alafu nikawekwa mgongo wa punda, nikapelekwa barabarani, nikaenda kupelekwa Arusha. Sijui nasema tu maji ya kunywa.
Okay, so I'm going to say you. So what happened after being injured with the lioness, and finally he also fall down because he was bleeding.
Yeah.
So good enough, there was a boy passing from another boy. So that boy went and called others, and then quickly they came to the sheep. They saw the slaughtered sheep. So they took the hide of the sheep and they covered where he was injured. Because that's how they normally use. He was injured, they helped to stop the bleeding. And then they tied him with a cloth and then they put him on the donkey. Then they lashed him to the main road and they phoned the transport. And then they lashed him to Arusha. He was unconscious, you know. He was just drinking. He said, give me water, give me water. They thought he was going to die.
Yeah.
So that's how he was able to survive. In Arusha, he was treated.
Did he kill the lion?
He killed that lion.
Ah,
Symbol
good
more.
job.
And that was very.
Oh, the cow is dead.
Simba amekufa na ng'ombe amekufa.
Yeah.
Was the cow okay?
He also died. Yeah.
So where did this happen? Right near here?
You took care of it?
Huko porini tu.
He was just way in the bush heading the cows because you know
Yeah.
they're bordering the park.
Yeah.
They are bordering the park. So that's what happened.
And
Wow.
how old was he? How many years ago was this?
You did go to Mdagan?
Muda mrefu maana alikuwa na miaka 29.
He was 29.
29.
He was 29. By that time, when you're warriors, you should prove that you are strong enough and
Yeah.
you can kill lions to be a brave man. You see, nayo ni sababu moja hapa kutolewa kwa.
Kwa chifu. Mambo ya chifu nampa story kidogo.
Hayo nataka kwa ufupi kwa muda sasa. It's really worse, no painkiller, nothing. But between 7 and 9, that's how they were doing it. And I asked it when you asked your question that are the kids, his daughter circumcised? Says none of his girls are circumcised, which is good because it's improvement. Right. Then I asked, how about your wife?
Yes, yes.
You saw her response. They're circumcised.
Yeah.
All of his wife are circumcised. Yeah,
Right.
he said because in those days there was no way. You know? Yeah.
So the women do have a choice.
To do it?
Yes, or not to do it.
Well, they're
No,
7 years old.
The seven,
Yeah, at 7
now,
years old, they don't have a choice.
actually, it's just like this. It's not confusing. In the past, there was no choice. You have to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
If you don't do it, first of all, your daughter will never be married, you know, and people will not accept them.
Yeah.
Even the other people in the community, they say, that's a family of uncircumcised people. Nobody wants to participate in anything with you. So there was no choice. Whether you like it or not, you do it. And they organize it at 9 years, 7 years. You have, the parents arrange it. They call you. You lie down. There's a special lady, her name is Ngariba. She will cut all the 5, 10 girls with the same razor blade.
Oh, gee.
And there's much pain on that. There's no painkiller, you know.
Yeah.
So one is holding the head, and one is holding the legs, and someone is in the middle spreading the legs, and they're cutting them. You see, they bleed a lot sometimes. Others die.
Yeah.
Others die.
And there's fistula.
Yeah, you bleed
Yeah.
to death.
Also, there's infection transmission. What saved the Maasai on HIV on that is because the Maasai male among themselves. They don't interact much with other tribes in Tanzania. Yeah, but now there's progress. In the future, it's going to be changing.
Yes.
Yes.
I just want to say, can we say thank you that he is very open-minded and that he is giving his daughters that opportunity.
Anasema wanakushukuru kwa nafasi ya watoto wako kutahiriwa na ninataka wanawake waje.
Because he was pro-teaching and trying to stop this female mutilation, was he demoted from being from chief, or maybe was anything bad that happened to him? As part that
We look down upon.
yeah.
Baada ya wewe kupambana na kupunguza kukeketa, ilisaidia
Was his career affected? Let's say his position.
Nitaka kupoza lakini mimi nawapembeleza pole mpaka wataingia.
Wanaume wanataka kutenga. Actually saying that he was almost demoted. Yeah, but then you call the meeting, talk to the men. Let's stop this. This is the advantage, this is the disadvantages. But actually, it helped the mama mfanya waraka mnamwambia
naacha mama kidogo na waweze kuongea na kama na nini nilikuwa naongea faraha.
So, you know, traditionally the women don't talk in front of the husbands. The Maasai men don't eat with their wives on the same table. He can eat with the kids, but not the wife. So also the women, they cannot sit like this, men there and women here. No, women will go on their own, has men on their own. So,
Right.
yeah, that's how they behave. So for these women to be able to talk to you, because remember, they are the victims. They are the victims, especially female genital mutilation, origami, you know. So to be able to talk openly, I asked them to leave so that they can be comfortable, you know. Nasikia mama, nimemwambia aondoke ili muwe anaweza kuhuru kuongea. Najua kwa Maasai mwanamke anatakiwa mambo yake na mwanamume asisikie, sivyo? I'm telling them that your husband has left so that you can be free to talk, because after leaving here we don't want him to come with a stick. So why did you say that? Why did you say that? You know? Yeah. Kwa hiyo sasa mnasemaje? So do you have a question to them? Maybe a question? Wana maswali au unawakaribisha hapa kidogo?
Takwenya.
Takwenya. Can you say takwenya?
Takwenya.
Yeah, that's for the women when they address you, they say hello, how are you? Yeah, and also wanaona kujibuje takwenya hivyo.
Iko.
You say iko.
Iko.
Takwenya iko.
Yeah. You see that now? Yeah.
Karibu.
So karibu is welcome.
Yeah.
Asante.
Yeah. Do you have
So I have a
question
question.
to them? Oh, yes. Let me start with Patrick, then I come to you.
What would she like to see for her daughters and granddaughters?
Anasema ungependa nini kuhusu maisha kwa watoto wako na wajukuu zako? Unataka wawe katika maisha gani?
Awe katika maisha ya kusoma. Wakae vizuri. Maana elimu si ndio sasa hivi tunategemea kila mtu. Kwa hiyo nataka wasome.
She says she wishes her kids have the best education. The grandkids have the best education, because that's where everybody depends on, you know. Yeah. Na unafikiri kwa nini labda utataka waolewe na labda mume mwenye wanawake 3, 4, 5?
Sasa hivi si wamekuwa wanachagulia bwana. Kwa hiyo sasa hivi wengi wanakataa
nini
mwanamke mwingine.
Okay.
Kwa hiyo hawataki sasa hivi. Kwa maana mtoto akienda kusoma, anaenda kupata bwana wake kule, anakuja nyumbani anasema nimepata bwana. Kwa hiyo wanashirikiana na bwana wake, ataka mke mwingine wake.
Na utataka olewe na mwanamke wa Kimasai au hata mwanaume mwingine sawa?
Atachagua mwenyewe.
Utampokea kijana mke mwingine? Au na kijana kijana mwanamke mwingine? Na kijana kijana Mswahili.
kijana Mswahili napokea tu.
Lakini mahali msichana walete. Okay. My question to her was, are you comfortable for your girls when they get married to have a man with multiple wives, or you are okay if she would have like one man? Because nowadays they are allowed to choose themselves. In their days, it was arranged marriage. That means the parents of her husband could go to her husband, to her parents, and arrange the marriage. They tell her that, you know what, you're going to be married to someone. That's how it was arranged marriage. But nowadays they choose themselves. And for them again was a taboo for a Maasai girl or boy to get married to another person who is not a Maasai. And I asked, how will you take it? He said, I don't care. If my son brings a girl from any other part, it's okay. But when someone marries my daughter, I want my dowry. The dowry should be paid. You know? The dowry should be paid.
The dowry gets paid to her. To the parents, to the mother?
Actually, it's categorized, you know. There's a dowry for mother, for father, for grandfather, okay, everybody gets something. She gets, there are some people. Watu wanapata mahari kwenye nani? Mtoto akiwa anaolewa ni mahari inalipwa kwa nani na nani? Wewe baba na nani?
Mimi na baba.
Wengine?
Na kijana mkubwa.
Mtoto wako mkubwa. Okay, so the one who gets the dowry, she gets a dowry, her husband gets a dowry, the father, and also if they have a son, the eldest son also gets the dowry.
Wow.
Yeah,
Who gets the most?
Yeah. Nani pata mahari kubwa nyingi zaidi?
Mimi.
Wewe?
Or equal?
She's the one who gets the most. Yeah.
Is it livestock usually?
Mara nyingi mahari ni nini?
Mahari ni ng'ombe kwetu.
Ng'ombe, kama ng'ombe ngapi?
Kama ng'ombe 100 hapa. Maana inaletwa pole pole.
Mimi amesema nyingi au? Mimi na nafika 100.
Maana inaletwa moja moja, yani
anapeleka kitu moja.
Lakini sasa hivi natolewa ndogo moja moja, yani kila mahali. Mpaka unahesabu nafika 100.
They said they bring up to 100 cows.
Wow.
100.
100.
But they don't bring them at the same time because they start dating a girl even 3 years. They can start dating a girl even before at 5 years. You see, but someone will come and say, you know what? When your daughter grows, she's gonna be my wife. You agree, and then after that, you start bringing the cows. Bringing the cows early means you have just conquered her. No one else should come in.
You're engaged.
Yeah, you're engaged. So she doesn't know she's young like these ones bring around here. By the time goes, someone from another village, you know, there's my wife there growing, you know. You see, that's becoming, that's changing, but that's how it used to be. So on that day you bring, maybe this year, how many cows do you bring? 100. Okay, she's still 5 years, at almost 14, 15 years to be married. They bring this year 10, 5, whatever. Slowly, they finish all the cows. Yeah. But again, it's negotiable. They agree, you know. That's how it is, yeah.
Do any of them have any questions they want to ask us about?
Una swali la kuuliza wao, mna maswali?
Huyu baba na huyu. Sijui kama ni watatu. Hawa na watu wote ni wakao.
Wanaume hapa wako wangapi unajua? Kuna 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Ni wao wote.
Is he asking that you 4 men, are all these your wives?
What?
Because there's more women.
Because she doesn't know.
No.
Remember, they are used to multiple wives. You know, for them, there are 3 wives. There are other men up to 10 wives, 7 wives. You know. So when they are seeing 4 men, they think maybe each of you has got multiple, you know. Yeah, so that's why they ask.
No.
Yes, one.
Tradition. It's all tradition again. Same with them. It's our tradition. So that's anything else is just unheard
Kwa
of.
utamaduni wao ni mke mmoja tu. Unaona, hawataki wanawake wengi.
Hata na sisi tunapoelekea hivi, watoto wadogo sasa hivi wanaanza kuaibu, wanaelimika nao.
Okay. She's saying that also as we see in the upcoming generation, as the kids are going to school, we also gonna have like 1 man, 1 wife.
Well, can you tell her also that, like for me,
Yeah.
because I had a job where I can make my own money,
Yeah.
I can make my own choices. Because I can support myself financially, and so I can make a choice about that.
Yeah. Nasema kwa wao wanawake wanafanya kazi wanapata hela na amesoma. Kwa hiyo kwa sababu ana hela na ana kila kitu na hiyo inampelekea yeye sasa kuamua kuchagua mwanamke anayemtaka yeye pia. Unaona eh? Yeah. So that means you can choose your own husband.
Or not.
Choose not to be married.
Anaweza kaamua asiolewe kabisa. Akae hivyo. Kwa Maasai ni? Let me ask, how about the Maasai? Can they do that?
Sisi tunaolewa tukiwa wengi, maana sisi hatuna hela, kasi yetu ni mifugo na kilimo. Kwa hiyo ndio maana tunataka ushirikiano. Tuwe watatu, mwingine anaenda machungani, mwingine anaenda kwenye maji, mwingine anawapikia watoto nyumbani. Ndio maana tunataka ushirikiano sisi.
For them they say they don't have jobs. Like you, they are not educated and they have no money. But again, they want also to be many because of the jobs. So that one can go look for water, one take care of the kids, one do cooking, you know. They just split duties, you know. Yeah.
Well, that's what education did for me. That's what education did for me.
Elimu imesaidia hilo yeye. Hawezi kulazimishwa kuolewa au kuoana kama mnavyofanya nyinyi. Yes, of course.
Did she choose the second and third wife or?
Hao wanawake wengine wewe ndio unachagua wale na mume wako. Ulimshauri?
Mimi ndio nimekaa na mzee, nikamwambia kaozeshe mtoto fulani, akubali naye.
Kwa wapi yule pale?
Kama huyu sasa, ndio mwingine ambaye nilikana.
Okay. Na huyu ni mtoto wa nani sasa huyo katikati?
Ni wa kwangu.
Ni mtoto wako? Okay. Yeye amesaidiwa?
Hapana.
Okay. Okay, so she's the one actually who advised the husband to get that wife and the other one, you see? So she advised.
Okay.
Sasa, Abaska, is she not jealous? Because for me, my wife will not accept the second. It's just hauna wivu. Kama leo mume wangu amelala na mwanamke mwingine chukua.
Hapana.
Na unajua wanafanya hilo tukio. Hauna wivu.
Hapana. Hapana, maana uone mzee ana nyumba yake pale. Akitaka kwenda nyumba ya mtu, akwambii naomba. Naenda mwenyewe tu.
Kwani wewe wakati unamuoa aje amuoe? Ukujua hiyo kitu itafanyika?
Ndio nasema inafanyika kabisa, najua unafanyika, lakini una shughuli nayo.
Hauna shida. Okay. She says, my question to her actually was, I said, when you asked your husband to get married to the second wife and the fourth wife, why not jealous? She said, no, I'm not jealous. You know. She said, still, my husband has got his own heart. I know one day we'll sleep with one of them or the other one. I don't care. I don't care for me. That's none of my business. Her time will come. She will have her time. But back again to education. Education is everything. But again, you know, FGM is what controls all this. And the idea of the Maasai to do FGM, to have FGM, was to have many wives as a source of labor. There's no true love there. It's a source of labor. And because they're not educated, and again, they're circumcised, they have no sexual desire. So
does it hurt?
Yeah, sorry?
Does it hurt?
I would think so.
She says she doesn't care. For her, it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt, yeah.
No,
But it's
I mean,
not-
but when she
When they
had the
cut her.
procedure.
Oh, that one. I will come to that.
Well, I was asking the other.
Oh, you were asking about the other.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So, for the Maasai, they want a woman to be circumcised. They have so many of them, and they will give them pressure. The Maasai said, when you have so many women who are circumcised, they won't give you a hard time. You know, it's kind of like you just head them like cows, you know, I would say. Or it's because no one is going to be jealous. No one is saying, why this, why that. So there's no less quarrels, you know. Because like in Zanzibar, the Muslim practice polygamy. Each wife has to have her own house. If you bring them in a house, it's a big fight, it's a quarrel, they're shouting every day. One cooks the food, another one put more salt, you know, something, you know, another one put too much oil, another put some sand, trying to make everything worse, you know, because they get jealous. But for them, it's fine. Maybe let me ask them, maybe ask this one, that one there. Oh, baby, she has a question.
Amesema naoa mke mmoja.
ikigoro shina kidogo akienda kwao anaenda kufuata au anaenda kwa wengine.
Yeah, say you have got this question for the men. You have got one wife. So when you quarrel with your wife and she goes back to her parents, maybe. You know, for them when they quarrel, she will go to the parents, back to the parents. You see? So it's just asking for you, if your wife leaves, maybe she goes to her friends or to her parents or whatever. So will you make follow-ups to make her come back or bring her, or what do you do? Or you get married to another one? How does it work?
Kiss and make up.
Sorry?
Kiss and make up.
You figure it out.
You
And
kiss
make up.
And what does that mean?
That means
You
Work it out.
discuss it.
Oh, you discuss it.
Discuss
Or-
and kiss and
Yes.
make up.
Or you end the marriage.
Or you end the marriage.
Oh yeah, there is divorce.
About half our
Something.
marriages end that way.
Yeah.
Okay, then what
If
will
it's
be the
something-
cause, strong issue that you can end the marriage? What will be the reason?
yeah, legally it can be done.
Divorce. Yeah.
Of course. Because anasema wao,
Cheating on your
Yeah.
husband or wife would
yeah.
be could
one of the
cause
strong
a
reasons.
divorce.
Yeah, one of the
Or
strong
drinking.
reasons.
If one of the
Drinking,
too much drinking.
abuse.
or if one of your spouses
or-
is involved in something illegal,
Or
Yeah.
and
Ngoja niwaambie.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me tell her, let me give her the answer. Because she doesn't know the answer. Anasema wao wakigombana wanakaa wanazungumza yanaisha. Lakini saa nyingine boss. For them, no matter what, how much, even if the man was cheating, even if we did beat her so badly because they beat their wives to the Maasai, she will leave to go to her parents. The man has to come. If they punch with a cow, bring a cow or some local drink. They discuss it, and she has to go back. She will never stay with her parents when she's married. Yeah, you can go there, solve the reason of going there to solve the problems, make the husband behave, change the behavior, and go back. Because they believe that if you leave, your kids will be suffering.
Right.
So you have to go, whether you like it or not.
Sure.
You cannot say, no, I don't want you anymore, mind your business. Always you have to go back. Yes.
Right.
And what happens when a husband dies?
Let me ask, I know actually, but let me ask them. Eti mwanaume akifa inakuaje? Unaolewa na mwanaume mwingine au?
Unakaa hapa hapo kwenye boma yake tu. Kama una watoto wakubwa kama vijana. Ndio wanamaliza ile mali ya babake, unaangalia watoto wa babake.
Anakuoa wewe tena?
Hapana. Unakaa kama mama yako.
Hado unasema labda kama anakaka yake hawezi kukuoa. Yeah, for them if
Yaani anaangalia tu mali ya kaka yake na watoto wa kaka yake. Lakini kuoa
hawezi kukuzalisha mtoto.
Kijana akija kuoa ndio yeye anakuja kukaa ndio mtu bwana.
Sawa, nasema labda amekuacha msichana kama huyu hapa. Hawezi kuzaa mtoto, labda amezalishwa na mtu wa nje.
lakini na mtu mwingine sio huyo. Sio kaka yake kama
na akizalishwa na mtu mwingine
hamna ubaya tena.
na huyo mtoto ni wa nani?
Ni wa nyumba
Na yeye boma
Aliyekufa.
Yes.
Okay, if the husband dies, she's supposed to stay. There is no marriage again.
Oh.
Because the man paid the dowry, you belong to the family, you never be married again. But the other thing, I asked them, how about, if she's very young like her, can you get married? They said, no, still not. How about, because other tribes in Tanzania, they had a behavior whereby if I die, my young brother could take my wife, you know, but could inherit my wife. But nowadays it's no longer allowed because of diseases like HIV or whatever. But for them, if she gets pregnant after the death of her husband from another person, it's okay. But the baby belongs to the guy who passed away.
Oh. Well, who supports them?
We're supported by members of the family.
The extended family.
Yeah, and also brothers will be looking around after this family too, but not to get married to this wife. You see, that's how it works.
Can I go back to the dowry thing?
Yeah.
Since there was a dowry paid directly to her, does she control that property? Does she have control over that?
Hiyo mahali kilipwa, wewe unaweza ukaipangia, ukaikontrol, ukatawala au inakuaje? Kwamba hii ni yangu, hii ni nini, au inakuja imepangwa?
Kilipwa ile mahali tuko na mzee. Huwezi kujipangia, lakini mahali inakaa kama mali ya kwako na mzee wako. Baada ile mali ikiwa unamwezesha na kijana wako naye. Mwingine unawezesha na mwingine, lakini sio yote. Yaani unampa kidogo kidogo, unamgawia kidogo kidogo. Baada ikiwa
ng'ombe wakizaa wakiongezeka, unawagawia watu vijana. Unaweza kutumia ile ng'ombe kulipia mahali.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Actually, she said when they bring the dowel, her and her husband have control. They're the ones in control of everything. And if they have like 100 cows, she can give some of the cows to her sons. If they're brothers, they can have a little bit. But because the cows will be breeding here, she will, what she can do, she can use some of the calves or to pay the dowel for the sons who are getting married to another person.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how it.
What what did you think when your husband decided to break tradition? Did you go along with that decision?
Eti mume wako alipoamua sasa kwamba anaacha mambo ya kukeketa kuachwa. Sababu amesema alivyoelimisha jamii watu kwa tamla kukeketa na vitu kama hivyo. Wewe ulichukuliaje?
Nilipokea na mimi kwa ni hivyo kweli, maana watoto shuleni wanaleta hiyo elimu. Hakifu naye analeta hiyo elimu. Ikawa hiyo kitu inaisha, maana ukifanya tena watoto wanaenda kusema shuleni ndio kushika.
Ungependa ifanyike?
Sijapenda ifanyike.
Yule nani aliyokuwa kunyika tena, kuna mtu aliyokuwa anafanya hicho kitendo?
Hivyo.
Nani kati yenu? Ule ukata.
Kuna mama aliyoko pale.
Mama mwita. Actually, she was happy. She was happy, but again, not everybody accepted it positively in the community.
Yeah.
But nowadays, if you try to do it, the kids will tell the teachers. Say they will go tell the teachers.
And then?
And then they'll be arrested. The teachers will pass the message right away. You see? So, let me ask you, I've asked her, did you do it? Were you circumcised? They say yes. Maybe that's how, let me ask when the age when they did it. Because the other girl in the middle is the daughter, her daughter. So she has not been circumcised. Like you said, that my daughter is not circumcised. I personally was circumcised at 15 years. Yeah. Na utaratibu unakuwaje, yani inafanyikaje hivi?
Ilikuwa inafanyika siku kubwa. Yaani kubwa. Hivi kama mmewahi kuona.
Tunaje?
Inafanyika siku kubwa. Yaani ina nani? Inabewekwa pombe ile asali. Inachinjwa dume. Sawa.
Pombe ya asali.
Inachinjwa dume. Inakuwa sherehe kubwa, yani kubwa.
Ndio. Hapo ndio wanafanya sasa hiyo asubuhi na mapema.
Yaani wanalalia kesho asubuhi wanafanya mapema.
Watu wote wanakaribishwa, wanakaa sehemu moja. Hapo kwamba kesho asubuhi wanaamka na hiyo. Kama saa ngapi asubuhi?
Yaani wanaimba siku 3.
Wanaimba.
Hii siku ya 4 wanataiwa asubuhi.
Okay.
Leo watoto ya kila mtu. Ya boma moja boma kama na watoto 10, ni wale watoto 10.
Hawa ni watoto 5.
Kila mtu kama ni watu yaani boma nzima.
Okay, let me explain this first. Actually, I asked how is it conducted, you know, how the way they do the FGM, because she was circumcised at 15 years, you know. But before they do it, they have a big ceremony. They have a big ceremony, so they prepare the local beer. The local beer is made with honey, kind of stuff that makes people are celebrating, enjoying, rejoicing. So they do that part for 3 days. After 3 days, and then they will have someone special to do it, who is an expert, who is this lady in the middle here. That was her job, to cut all those. So find that all the girls, after 3 days, they lie them down, and then she'll be cutting one after another. You know? And then also they slaughter a big bull. They find a nice bull, they slaughter, and people eat, drink, celebrate, because they're heading into that situation now. You see? Akishamaliza kuwakata, ndio kuwatairi ile. Asubuhi na mapema, si ndio? Hapo mnafanyaje?
Inaletwa maziwa. Na mafuta ya ile maziwa ya kusikika.
Yeah.
Na kuwekwa hapo, yani unanimilia tu maziwa na kuweka ile mafuta.
Wanapaka ile
damu isitoke.
Yeah. You know, do you know from the fresh milk, sometimes we get something like butter. How do you call that one? Yeah. So after cutting the cream. So after cutting that one, after cutting them, they come with that cream. They put the cream, you know, so to stop the bleeding and help the healing. But sometimes if it doesn't work, they use the cow dung, fresh cow dung. They put it there. They seal it to stop the bleeding. But again, we have got the situation whereby we have girls who get infection. Some of them die because of too much bleeding. Ikitokea mtoto damu imetoka sana, mnamsaidia.
Haiwezi toka ikiota hiyo dawa.
Kuna ambao wamekufa kwa ajili hiyo. Hakuna habari ya kufa mtoto ukati. Tafadhali. Okay. Kwa hiyo sasa so there's no pain killer, you know, there's no pain killer. Amtumie kama dawa kupunguza maumivu na nini. Anatulia tu, mnamkata tu au anamshika.
Unajua asubuhi ni maana gani? Itolewe ile maziwa yani mbichi na ile mafuta yake.
Sawa.
Inawekwa tu hivyo, yani damu inakatika muda mrefu.
Lakini mnamshikilia wakati anakatwa au nafanya? Anatulia mwenyewe.
Yani anashikiliwa hivi.
Sawa.
Na mtu mwingine.
She's trying to show me the style of cutting.
Yani afanya hata hivyo. Maana mamgani wanasimama pale.
Kama watu wanataka nini?
Si wanaangalia kama analia.
Akilia
anaacha yule. Ataki tena.
Okay. So the way they are doing it, by that time someone who is dating her, you know, if it's Aloyce dating her, he has his friends, you know, they will also be allowed to make sure that
To watch.
Yeah.
His friends.
Just, his friends.
Men.
And him. They're also watching her. Watch the procedure. And they cut her. After cutting her, you know, she was trying to spread the legs, so they spread the legs, and someone will be holding her behind. Another one is holding this one leg, the other one this leg, and this lady, she's in the middle. She's cutting it, you know. So she's not supposed to cry or to shake. If you cry and shake, that means the husband dating you will never accept you because you're weak. You know, she's a weak wife. That symbolizes strength and strong. You know. You know, this is controversial. That's why we have to discuss. As I told you, these are undiscussable issues because some in the past they couldn't ask this story. They wouldn't share them. When we go to Ngorongoro, we'll see that some vehicles in tourist villages. They go there, they dance like they did. They do this business, done. But to sit down to have this talk, even as in the beginning, here was very hard. But travelers also keep asking. So their circumstances, how is this done? When you ask them, they don't want to tell you, you know. So we have to come and have a session and talk, educate the chief that the idea is our travelers to learn, know how this thing has been done, because they've been reading in the books, maybe, or whatever, but now you have the victims, you know. So it's nice to hear from them. So that's why sometimes they feel shy, they feel kind of shameful, they want to talk about it, but I'm glad that sometimes they get very open, but they cannot say this in front of the husband. That's why we ask him to leave, you know.
And we appreciate, again,
I want to ask her some questions. Sababu wewe ndio ulikuwa unafanya hicho kitendo, si ndio? Ulikuwa unalipwa nini?
Na kama naenda nakupa
mbuzi. Yeah, when she has been also doing that one, she gets a goat.
She gets
hiyo mbuzi ni ya kila mtoto. So if you have 10 girls in your family, then she is expecting 10 goats. That's the payment. Remember, when they get the goats, it's money for them. So it is promoting more. She's happy to do it because she's gonna make some goats, you know. Na sasa hivi unafanya bado? Amfanye kwa siri kidogo. Okay. Lakini kama isingekuwa hivyo, ungependelea kuendelea kufanya? Kama nikaona usingesema na nini, na kuwa napata labda na mbuzi kidogo na nini. Unaona?
Hamna uamuzi. Endelea kufanya lakini uamuzi unaingia. Na watoto nao wanakataa.
Okay. Ask her because she said if you push it now, the kids will take it to the teachers, they will mention it, and ask, would you be comfortable to do it if it was not that barrier, you know? She said, oh, yeah. She wished she could do it because also she went through that. She was also circumcised, and then now she wished to proceed. She makes some money through that, all those goats, you know. And there are not so many women who can do it around the community. There can be very few, maybe 5, you know. So people call them. Yeah. Any question? Yeah.
About childbirth. Does she also help with the childbirth, with helping them when they have their babies? Do they have a special midwife that helps?
Mtoto akitaka kuzaliwa mnamsaidiaje?
Akitaka kuzaliwa. Kuna mgongo ambaye anamsaidia na.
Sio yeye huyo. So they have a midwife, but she doesn't help that. She doesn't help that one. job is circumcision, but they do have a midwife in the village who can help that one out. Although now, Salamani clinical chef.
Kuna wengine wanaenda sasa hivi hospitali kitokea ghafla
Okay. Also nowadays they insisted to go to hospital. That's one of the issues of the government of making them not to keep on being nomadic. They want them to settle so that we can bring them all these infrastructure, hospitals, schools, so that they can also have the clinic. You see, but she's telling me that some of them go to hospital and others don't. So if that happens, then if they will deliver the baby at home, they call that lady a midwife, a local midwife, to help them out. But there is another reason why they didn't want to make, they don't want clinics much, because in this particular community we have had women, because they have stopped the female genital mutilation, it is done at almost 5%, but women started cutting their babies at birth. Yeah, they would call a midwife to cut the babies at birth, and they don't want to take these kids to the hospital, because the nurses were asking to inspect, to check, is she cut or not. If she's cut, then the family is in trouble. So what they do, they try to finish everything behind, you see. And now a program which we have is to make sure that all the expectant mothers are attending the clinic, they are checked. If not so, the village chairman is responsible. Why did a woman deliver the baby at home? You should explain why. Then he has to also approach them and tell them, when Ellie, your wife is pregnant, she has to deliver the baby in the hospital. We don't want her to be circumcised. We don't circumcise the baby. Because we had a child in this particular community 2 years ago. The woman delivered the baby, and the baby, they did circumcision. So when she got sick, they didn't rush her to this nearby dispensary. They went away further to another dispensary. That's where you from. They want to get the details, and they explained, found out where they come from. So they made a phone. So they checked, they found that they had cut the baby at 3 months, and the baby got infection and overbreeding. You see, and finally the baby died. So finally the baby died, and then they had to come with a big, strong meeting, call the whole community. Actually, these guys were arrested. You see, they were arrested, and they brought a big community meeting to educate, to eliminate things, you know. So there are some people in their mind, no matter what you say, changes will take time, you know. Others will accept very quickly and positively, but others will take time, you see. But at least we think there will be progress. Maybe in nearby generation, things will completely change. Those who did the pre-trip, over there is still a big challenge. Everybody, they are still doing it 100%.
Yeah.
100%. In the pre-trip, circumcision is very high down there.
Who was arrested when the baby died? The mother?
The mother and the father.
And the mother and father? What about the person that performed the
also she was arrested. Yeah, she was also arrested. And I finally they released them out, you know. Yeah. So the person was kind of a fight, government, operations, police, but we think education will be the key. So that's why they came up with the programs of educating communities to stop this type of behavior.
Are the boys circumcised at birth, babies? Are they both?
Let me ask that. We should probably ask it the men, but they know. Yeah, it's about actually what's the Maasai one? Because it's a Maasai, I want him to answer the question. And he has gone in the situation, you know. So let him explain us how they do it, the procedures for the boys. Yeah.
With all our work, okay, with Maasai boys circumcision, it's not the same as girls. They do it a bit late. They have to delay because they collect people. With Maasai, they have what we call age set. So they cannot do it randomly. They collect it must be a difference within 7 to 10 years just to set the age, to circumcise the people of the same age. So they count cohort. People of 3 years plus 3 years, then on the 7th year is when they get as people of the same age. So there are ages, like the first, and each age set have got its own name. So the difference between the first age set to the second can be 7 to 10 years. So they cannot do it randomly.
But is everybody, all boys are circumcised?
Yeah,
all boys. But so far, when you get in urban areas like the point I was born, there are some who ignore completely to be circumcised locally, especially people who went to schools. They don't accept that, so they just do it randomly. A boy with 3 years, then take them to the hospital, then they circumcise them.
Oh, they go to the hospital?
Yeah, but some, because they are not origin Maasai, they are like semi-Maasai. So they have changed, and they are changing.
Actually, what he's saying, the Maasai who go to school, they are changing already, you know. Yeah, they want their kids to be undergo painkiller, you know. Not just because these ones in the village who do it around the communities, they don't use any painkiller also. They do it very openly, but only men, you see. And then there's another special man who does it for the boys, you see. After doing that one, no painkiller. Still, if they are doing it for you and you shake,
They lay down.
So you remember that cowhide that we saw? So they're circumcising the boys, they bring the cowhide, you lie on the cowhide, you spread the legs, and then someone holds the legs also, and support on the shoulders, and someone is cutting. He's also not allowed to shake. If you shake and cry, you are not a brave man, you are not strong, you are weak. That means for that reason, none of the girls will get married to you. And none of the men will accept you to marry their daughter. Because first of all, you shake, you cry. If anything bad happens, even if it's a mice in the house, you're gonna run out of the house. You got to protect the family. You know,
Bravery.
wasichana wanakuja kuangalia pia wanaume wakitoka.
Kama kuna mama ambaye amemtukana, analala hapa hapo mpaka anakuja kumpa ng'ombe.
Sijakuelewa.
Nasema mwanaume analala hapa amepewa mshamalizo. Kama kuna mtu ambaye amemtukana,
Huyo mama ndio kumtukana.
kama mama amewahi kumtukana,
Huyo kijana.
Anaitwa na kuja kumpa ng'ombe. Kama ni baba yake hivyo hivyo, au kama ni kijana mwingine ni hivyo hivyo, atakuja kumpa ng'ombe.
Kijana aliyekatwa ndio anapewa ng'ombe.
Ndiye anapewa ng'ombe.
Kijana aliyekatwa ndio anapewa ng'ombe au ndio anapewa ng'ombe?
Ndiye anapewa ng'ombe bila aliyekatwa.
Na aliyekuwa amemtukana sasa ni yule ambaye anatoa ng'ombe.
Kama mama anasema sieni hiyo mtu, maana mama amenitukana au baba amenitukana, ndiye ananiangusha na ng'ombe.
Lakini achana hiyo sasa, mimi sitaki kuongea yeye na mama. Wanasema wale mchumba wake au kama ameshapata mchumba na nini,
atakuja kusimama.
Je, kama maana tumeona vijana wanaangalia wasichana wakikatwa kama mchumba wake, sio? Je, wasichana nao wanaruhusiwa? Okay. The girls are not allowed to watch the boys. The girls are not allowed to watch the boys.
They don't want to.
So is there any other few questions? Okay.
Oh, I have one kind of off topic. The women, they've all got the hair cut so short. Do they ever grow their hair out?
No, they don't do it like you because of the living environment. But that's not. Kwa nini I'm feeling nywele ndefu kama za watu wengine ndefu? Kwa nini mnanyoa wote nywele?
Mambo ya kubeba mavitu magumu.
Okay, mngeweza kufanya
Tunaacha nani unabeba mpaka nani naisha hapa?
Kipara. Sawa. So actually the reason why they shave because of carrying hard stuff. Because they work a lot more, they carry different hard things. Firewood, you know, water, whatever, so they have no time.
Yeah.
But the other thing, where they live, they don't have enough water to shower daily. So to avoid getting the air dirty, they have nothing like air dryer. You see, they have no electricity. So that's why they decide to cut the air. All over the Maasai communities. Because sometimes the air is too long and not washed. It's going to be irritating. You're going to have some rice in the air.
Sure.
So they shave everything to be as they are.
Yeah.
So the last minute question?
Beautiful.
So, yes?
I'm just wondering, the younger generations going to school, they're going to be outside the community.
Yes.
Do they see grandchildren maybe not leaving the community and joining the economy with the electricity and TV and all the problems we have?
Yeah. Actually, you mean the problems which are existing in the world?
Yeah. Yeah, well, just life. I mean, they have a simple life.
Yeah.
Structured life. It may not be easy, but it's safe and structured, and they have their place.
Yeah, sure.
Which is quite different when you get out and you get a job and you get fired and this and all these kinds of things.
And you buy a TV.
And you borrow from the bank and you can't pay it back.
Anasema wale watoto kusoma sasa, wataona kila kitu, watapata maisha mazuri, watasoma, watafanya sehemu ya nchi nyingine.
Nashukuru wasome.
Je, asiporudi nyumbani sawa, au akirudi
yaani mawasiliano tupate tu.
Mawasiliano ndio iko.
Ndio mahali iko.
Okay, she says for her it's not a problem as long as they have education, have a good job, as long as all we need is communication. That we have to communicate and know where our children are, what they're doing. For us, it's fine. I'm going to ask her one of the strange questions now. The reason I'm going to ask is, how is she feeling with the life they are living? For these ones now, they walk to the main road, there they see modern houses, they see life, workers in the conservation, the national parks here. I will ask her, how does she compare that life and their life? Sasa, so naona labda nyinyi nyumba mnazoishi hizi za udongo na nini, na nyumba zingine za huko watu wengine na nini, na umeme na kila kitu. Wewe unaona hii kwako ni maisha ndio mazuri leo kulia, unataka au ungetamani nini?
Sisi natamani niwe nabadilika. Kwa watoto wanaenda shuleni, ndio kubadilisha tu baadaye.
Labda wewe unataka uwe na gari au na nini?
Sima ndio anapanga, lakini nataka.
Sasa. She says, actually, as long as maybe our kids will learn to change and have a better life. Yeah, so she wishes also to have like a modern house maybe or whatever, but she has no way, she has no choice, and that's how what she wishes.
Yeah.
So she doesn't. She regrets sometimes, but that's how she was born. You're born. That's your life. But she's happy also to be in another situation of life, where she sees electricity and everywhere. But she says we hope our children will have that kind of life. Maybe also they can change our lives. So guys, maybe to sum up, first of all, may I thank you very much for participating in this tough talk. It's a very tough talk. When you ask things which are too personal, they can be too personal, positive, but controversial topics is very hard. Some people even don't like it, they like to hear about it because you interfere in people's lives. But as a company, we want our travelers to share these undiscussable issues of people's lives, So I would say thank you very much for that. As on behalf of us, she says thank you very much for coming and asking questions, and they are also happy for that. Yeah, maybe if any of you could give a word of thanks to them because they've been so open, from the chief all the way. After that we will handle. Who is going to say a word of anybody can volunteer to thank them for being open to tell us.
Tell them thank you very much for being so open with us.
Yes, thank you for sharing.